So today we are going to discuss order annotation and depends on annotation. Basically, when we want to chain the same type beans, we can go for order annotation. If we want to control the initialization of the beans, we can use the depends on annotation. So basically, if we have multiple beans of the same type and we want to set the priority of the each bean, then we can use the order notation. So let's see the component of this sample project. This is my sample project, and first I will go form.xml. This form.xml is carrying nothing but a Spring 3.5.11 version. This is the dependencies, web and test, and this is the plugin. In application.yaml file, nothing is set, only the name. And in main application is nothing, the main class. This is it. This is nothing but the packages. Now I'm creating one package. Let's say config package. For first, I will cover that order annotation, and I will create the sample class. Suppose I am having a login login config, and I will mark this class as component. I have another class which is authentication config. Also, I will mark this class as a component. Now I will to make the same type, I will extending this abstract class once per request filter. In both class, I will make the same type extend. So this is I'm just nothing but creating the same scenario to make the difference to show how it's both are working. So now I have two classes. One is the authentication config, second is the login config. Currently, both are independent means with the same type. So we will never know the order, how Spring Boot will execute both beans. So let's see. I'm starting this server. Before that, I will make one message. This is my authentication. This is my login. See how the behavior will work. This is default behavior. I'm not implementing any order annotation. So my server is started. I'm just making one request. If you see here, my authentication is running first. So let's see how the order will work. Suppose I'm making my login mail will prioritize and I'm setting the priority to one. Authentication I want it to load after the login. Let's see. So Spring Container will give the priority to login mail. You see here, Spring Container will give the priority to login mail. Now there is one more thing set, we will cover, like how the precedence will set. So this is the class I will mark as a highest precedence. On one of the class I marked it as a value one, the highest priority. Let's see which will get the chance first. Always highest precedence will get the chance first. Let's see here. If you see, this is the authentication is calling because I marked it as a highest precedence. So Spring container will check the value. Otherwise, beyond that, it will check the highest precedence. If I will mark any bean as a highest precedence, Spring always will call that class. So this is that one thing. This is the order annotation. And let's see that it this depends on annotation, how it will work. I'm creating one sample class. Suppose I'm creating one database class, database config. I will mark it as a component. In another class, I will create like a cache config. So check one init method. Printing one message. Cache list. Similarly, I will copy this method to my database. So my vision is currently these both are independent beans. Nothing is dependent to each other. So I want to add the dependencies. Suppose I am creating like first my database bean will load, then only my cache bean will be load initialized. So how I will do like what bean configure will check. It will wait till that database config bean will be load initialized. Then only the cache config bean will be initialized. Let's see. Let's see. We forgot to change the name. You see here, database being initialized, then cache being initialized. So Spring container will check that if I have implemented this depends on annotation, and so always it will go to this bean, and first this bean will be initialized. After that, it will initialize this bean. Suppose I will delete this depends on and make it the independent bean. Let's see how the behavior will work. Both are independent bean, so we will never know that initialization order. So my cache being initialized first, then after my database being is initialized because both are independent. So this is the behavior of depends on annotation. Both are different and working are different. So yeah, this is the today's topic. Thank you for watching. Thank you.